Wow. Needed a second for everything to load there. I saw that. Okay, welcome to part 2 of how to play Path of Exile. We're gonna get into slightly more advanced stuff. The way more advanced stuff is obviously at the end of the game, but we're gonna delve into some more game mechanics that we didn't really touch on yesterday. So yesterday, just to sum up what we learned about how to navigate the tree, how to look at your gear for what you should be looking for, like what's good for me. We talked about skill gems, talked a little bit about vendor recipes, talked about what you should be picking up, and I said things like just make sure you get all the orbs and stuff and just toss it in there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Talked about our setup, which I'm gonna change soon, but for now, let's go ahead and move on. So, there's there's technically 2 exits in Act 3, but you're not gonna care about this one up here. This is the Sarn Arena, and this is PvP. This isn't. Wow, you can actually go in there. I thought. Yikes! Get me out of here. This isn't anything. You never go in here ever. Wow, it puts me down here. Anyways, you're gonna go around this big ass lady statue and you're gonna continue all the way to the right. We're gonna go into the slums. Damn, you're always here so fast, dude. How do you do it? Also, welcome back. Alright, you're gonna see a sewer grating a little bit after you enter the slums. You can't go in there yet, but just keep the area in mind. It's not really noted by anything on the map, but is okay. Just kind of remember where it was. Touching the Delirium portal again for fun. Something was eating up my mana for a minute there. Couldn't see where I was going. Oops. Hey, numbers. How late were you last time? I don't think you were that late last time either. Got a couple rare items that we picked up. I'm gonna be talking about loot filters when we get to Act 4, because I think that's the best time when you should definitely have one. And if you're playing this game and you've made it to Act 4, then that pretty much says something about how you feel about this game. I think if you've made it that far, it kind of says you're at least interested in playing this a little bit more. 15 minutes? Alright, cool. And then I'll go over the process of how to download it, how to enable it, and all that shit. There is an ascendancy trial here, and we kind of already found it very early on, denoted by the green skull. And you can see some levers and some green door icons. So we already know where direction we want to start going. Owie. How's PoE going for you, Numbers? I saw you were playing it a little bit, I think. Or you were going to play it? I don't know if you ended up playing it. Wow, that hurted. Alright, we found the green book, which shows us, or not the green book, but the book icon. Holy shit! That guy really fucking hurt. Jesus. We found the entrance to the trial, so we're just gonna go ahead and do it. This is I don't know what you call it, the lava trial, the fire trap thing, whatever. You're gonna wanna touch these levers and go when it's safe to do so when the lava goes down or the fire goes down. You can also just teleport to get through it faster. Touch the thing, touch the plaque, portal takes you back. 2 legendary item drops today after doing the delirium portal thing. They weren't that great. Yeah, that's gonna be the case most of the time, unfortunately. Are you still playing, or are you just taking a break? Alright, it's kind of easy to tell when you know when you're going to the right section, because you'll see like these bodies covered over with this like tarp thing, and a blood leading up. You just follow the blood. This is how you know you're in the right spot. And you run into... There's a crafting recipe while she's talking. Pick it up. You don't actually have to kill this boss, because, spoiler alert, she runs away about halfway through her health. Once half her health is gone, she'll run away like a bitch. Just watch the lightning stuff. There you go. And then you can touch Tolman's dead body, and he'll drop a bracelet. You can either use a portal to go back, or just do what I do, and just character selection. Save yourself a scroll. That sucks. Nice AT&T internet. Okay, you're gonna first deliver the bracelet to Clarissa, and she's gonna boohoo cry. She gives you a key. Take it, and then check what we have.
Yes.
Let's see. Life and resist, but no movement speed. Just because it's really early on, we're gonna go ahead and take this, because it gives us slightly more fire resistance, but it gives us a nice chunk of life. So I'm okay with taking that. What does this have? 2 resistances versus some life. How are our resistances doing? Pretty yikes. This is fine. So we'll move Skitterbots here. Dash can go in the thing. So yeah, this is one of the rare times I will favor the resistance over the life here, because we just got a decent chunk of life. And our resistances got a little bit better there. The cap, I forgot to mention, the cap for each resistance is 75%. You want to try to get that 75% as soon as possible, if you can. I would say as early, some hardcore people will tell you as early as Act 3, but since we're in softcore, Act 4 or 5 is fine. Let's see. This gives us a shit ton more life and some lightning resistance. Perfect. Great. Swap. How am I? I'm okay. I don't know. Nothing too interesting happened today. I got to play PoE for a bit, and then I was like, no, I don't want to play Fantasy Star. Not again. So once you go back to town after returning to... oh, I forgot to mention... Shit. There's a quest reward here that I usually just skip, but you can pick it up now if you want to. From Marmoa, when you come back after the last area we were just in, she gives you a set of skill gems, and these are all auras or curses. This is a curse. This is a curse. This is aura. You can see it's all auras or curses. Curses debuff enemies for a set time. It tells you base duration 9 seconds and tells you how it curses them. Okay, cool. Flammability. They get minus 25 resistance. Fire resistance, excuse me. So that's not really useful for me. Minus 25 lightning, minus 25 cold. It's like, okay. This adds lightning damage with attacks and spells. Or 15% more spell damage, excuse me. We're not doing elemental damage, so that's not really our thing. This is a curse that increases crit strike chance and increases crit strike damage. Not our thing. And then we get to, oh look, Despair. That's a curse that gives them minus 20% chaos resistance, 15% increased damage over time effects, and increased chaos damage against hits against cursed enemies. It's like, wow, holy shit, nice. And then we also have, this is a curse and this is an aura. This makes you and nearby allies deal more damage over time and have increased skill effect duration. This is really good for us. We're gonna take how do you say it? Malevolence? Whatever. Make them play PoE with you. They both tried it years ago and I don't think they liked it. And I don't think they liked ARPGs in general. And I think it was too complicated for them. And I don't blame anyone that doesn't want to play this game because it's too complicated. That is perfectly a justified reason. I also forgot to mention, if you do like to read, I don't. There is this little help panel that you can open here right next to the shop icon, and it does go over some of the shit I talked about. Flask, Jewel, it even talks about essences, the labyrinth, and then it unlocks more topics as you interact with content. So if you ever need... There's a socializing tab? Like, I never had this when I started playing, and I never read it, because by the time it came out, I was like, cool, I already know how to do shit. Alright, so you're gonna take that key Clarissa gave you, and now you can open the sewer grating. Now we can go inside the sewers. This place is pretty straightforward. For the most part. And our damage got heckin' increased, not because I got a better weapon or better gear or anything like that, but because at the end of our stream last time, I upgraded to a 4-link, so... Let's go ahead and pop the Delirium portal. So that's a huge reason why our damage is pretty goddamn sexy. We just leveled up, but we'll use a point when it's safe to do so. So you're also going to notice there's these exclamation points. I just totally forgot to mention it. These stashes that are noted by the exclamation points on your map. Just go to them. There's 3 of them in this area. We already got 2. You're going to be collecting these busts. They're going to be in green text because they're quest items. There's 3 in this area, so we're going to make sure we try to get all 3. There's the last one. Popping the white pods for more mobs. Oh, this is a dead end, so it's on the other way. Oh, and I forgot to activate that aura. For aura skills on the skill bar here, I do like to put them on the secondary one. There's like a secondary set of skills here. I changed the buttons, the hotkeys, so yours might look different. But for me, if you hold control, you can have your second set, and that's where I usually put auras, because you're not going to be toggling these on or off. It's usually you just toggle them on, and then it's going to be on for like ever. You should never take it off. But if you do die, you do have to re-enable your auras and buffs again, which is annoying. So try not to die. How far are you in PoE numbers? Did you guys get far? There's the last bus. It tells you to deliver them to Hargan. That's the dude in Act 3. And we got a better flask, so I'm going to go ahead and replace. And use our skill point, because it's safe to do so. And we can get out of here. Alright, let's talk about hideouts. Throughout your adventures in raid class, you're gonna find these like blue, I don't even know what kind of symbol that is. Like, it looks like the club symbol, I guess, in a deck of cards, sort of. I don't know. You'll find these occasionally. And these are hideouts. And these are your personal areas. You can decorate them, you can... It's mainly for endgame, because that's where you're going to spend most of your time. But you can unlock several different types of hideouts. This is the first one they gave you. She'll be here, and then she's going to tell you to clear out the enemy of monsters. No problem. And I'm going to show you why you should definitely get a hideout as soon as you can. Well, maybe not as soon as you can, but, you know, you're a new player and you're going to see this, or if you don't see that Undercity hideout I found, then you'll find one eventually if you don't see it. Are we good? And then I'll tell you, hideout unlocked, cool. Then we go talk to, what's her name here?
Curious.
And then she'll let you create your own hideout.
Welcome to our new hideout, Exile.
There you go. I now have... It even tells you where you can get some other hideouts, but... This is now my hideout. The important thing about your hideout is this is where all those crafting recipes that you've been finding while you're playing, this is where you get to use them. So in your hideout, you're going to have a crafting bench. And... I don't have any gear that I want to craft yet, but you can already see. Let's say you find a gear with really good resist, but no life roll. And then you could put that piece of gear in here, and you can see, oh, I can use those orbs I've been collecting to craft life. Maybe I need to craft more spell damage on my weapon, more fire damage. Maybe I found a really good ring or something, and I'm lacking, I don't know, fire, cold, lightning resist. There you go. Maybe I need attributes because I can't equip a gem or a piece of gear that's really good for me. There you go. Very useful stuff. And you can access your hideout from town or using any waypoint. There's a button at the bottom right here that tells you to teleport to your hideout. Obviously, we don't have any gear that we need to craft just yet, but this is a great way later on when you need to have your resistances cap, or if you're lacking life, etc, etc. Or also a nice way to get some damage if you're lacking that as well. Alright. So we're back here. Just gonna go back the way we were going and just continue on. Yeah, you can change if you don't like the way that hideout looks. You'll find others. There's tons of hideouts. Okay, on the exit. Cool. We're gonna be in the marketplace. Also, I forgot to mention this about trials. For the labyrinth trials, you only have to do those once per challenge league. So if you do decide to make another character, you do not have to do all the trials all over again. They'll be unlocked already. So, yay. We got Einhar again. You'll notice there's a yellow exclamation point here. If you do see it on your map, I usually ignore it. It's for a side quest that gives you, I think, an amulet. It's not worth that time and effort, in my opinion. You can either just run through this statue thing or just kill everything, your choice. Then, as soon as you get the waypoint at the end, go to your right, and the catacomb entrance will be right there. How do you usually get resistances cap? Gear. Gear. And occasionally some nodes on the tree. Because, for example, if you're the witch, right, and you're getting life, this one gives you +5 to all elemental resist. Maybe you came over here to the Templar side. Cool. 12% to all elemental resist on this one. Or let's say you're a marauder. Same thing. There's elemental resist, life, elemental resist. It definitely gets easier to cap your resist later on too. So there should be no reason you don't have capped resist as you're leveling. The only reason sometimes if I'm leveling a character and my resists aren't capped is just because I'm lazy. Because you got the crafting bench to help you, and I'll show you guys how to craft items later on. I got that one for the witch because it was on the way to stuff I wanted, so I wasn't sure if it should have come from the gear or the tree. It's okay if it comes from both, but just so like don't go out of your way to get resistances on the tree though. That's the thing. Like, if you type... Oh shit, there's someone on me. Leave me alone! If you type resistances, or just resistance, or resist, like, getting these is okay, but don't be like... Shit, what's another example? Well, I guess this one. Don't get something like this. Like, oh, I'm using a shield, and this gives me a shit ton of resist. I'll get this. Like, no, don't. It's very easy to cap resistances, so... I'm gonna do another trial. This is the Roomba trap. At least that's what I just call it. I don't know what it's actually called. Just don't touch them, forehead. Touch the levers, though. We want to touch those. You'll see them on your map. There's another crafting recipe. Cool, this one gives elemental damage with attacks. Again, this is just like the trials. You don't have to unlock it again if you decide to make a new character. So that's why it's always useful just to get all of them. Because even though that recipe won't help me because it's 1 elemental damage and 2 it's for attacks. I don't know, maybe I'll make another character that actually can take advantage of that or something, so you never know. And then once you get the trial, that's all you need. You can just log out or use a portal scroll. Doesn't matter. He did the saw trap while lagging, nearly died. Hey, at least he didn't die though. Alright, and then we're gonna go back to the marketplace because that was the last one we were in. And then we're gonna just move on. You don't have to go out of your way to do Einhar's beast stuff. If you want to, feel free, but don't feel like it's like, oh my god, I'm losing value by not doing his thing. Like, no, it's fine. Just keep playing. If you run into a beast to capture, cool. If not, oh well. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. Looks like it's gonna be on this side. Maybe? Oops. Cool, running into beasts. Oops. Wrong button. Can you catch the damn thing? Thank you. That's a rare claw. Not useful. Oh my god. And that is why you want to be careful with these beasts. Those special attacks can be spooky. Jesus. Oh, we have a point. I'm gonna use it. More life. Still getting more life. And if your question is how much life should I have by X point in the game, my answer is gonna be you never have enough. You'll never have enough. Maybe. Unless you're starting to hit like a wet noodle and you can't even kill like basic mobs fairly quickly, then okay, maybe you can stop investing in life and actually get some damage. Even if your character is tanky and you started off on the melee side of the tree, because there's always like a lot of life nodes there, it's never enough. Chess piece, cool. So you're going to want to move to the left side as soon as you get into the battlefront, which is this area. Like, go down, south, I guess. Down and to the left is what I should say. Because that is how... Might have gone actually too far. No, oh yeah, I did a little bit. This is where the waypoint is. And you're going to want to go a little bit south from that waypoint. There's a chest with a quest item. Cool. Now you're going to go back to the waypoint and you're going to head north. You'll know you're going the right way after you get the waypoint when you start seeing a shit ton of ribbons. These guys right here. There's that aura. That means I can't die until I kill the one casting it. Just keep going up. And let me kill all these guys here. There you go, we found the orange door. Once you get to like this fancy tile, that's how you know you're going to the right direction, and you'll be in the Solaris Temple. Level 1.
Not a speck of dust or brick out of place. Someone's got too much time on their hands.
Just gonna go ahead and ignore that delirium portal. Just gonna keep moving. Kind of just follow the red carpet and it'll lead you to the waypoint. Let me see. Yeah, just keep following the red carpet. Just following the red carpet. Oh, this is something we should mention now that we found it. Occasionally you'll find a corrupted area like this. Yeah, the ribbons were odd. I was like, what the hell am I fighting when I first saw them? If you find one of these, I mean, go ahead and do it. I usually skip these because, again, wasting time when I could just be doing the story stuff. Because my goal whenever I level a character is just to get through the story stuff as fast as possible, because I've done this shit like a million times, right? So if you do see one of these and you're like, cool, what's this? Feel free to go in. It's gonna be like a mini dungeon, a little mini side area with a bunch of mobs in it, so more EXP, more geared chances. More loot stuffs, right? I'm just gonna... It's very linear. It's not like there's gonna be like 50 different ways to go. As you can see. It does split a little bit here, but... Red carpet. Red carpet is the homie. Yeah, there's lore in here too if you want to read up on that. There's a book at the end. There will be like a little mini boss to this area, so just, you know, be careful. If you don't know what they do, just play it safe. If you're melee, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go up there and like see what he does. He didn't drop anything good. Oh well. Open the vessel. Some stuff drop. You'll notice there's Vol gems. These are special versions of gems. And you'll see you get the regular skill, and then you get a Vol version of that skill. So the top one is just Earthquake. It's regular Earthquake. You just smack the ground, and then boof, an Earthquake pops up. Vol Earthquake, they don't work. Yeah, they're corrupted. They don't work like the regular skill does. Like, you can't just use it whenever you feel like it. They kind of work like Flask. You have to kill monsters, and you power up the corrupted version with their souls. This will allow you to do a special kind of attack instead of your usual one. It's cool to have. Not every gem has a corrupted version though, so keep that in mind. Some do, some don't. There's Vol Blight. Some have completely different effects than their normal skill does, so you definitely want to just read up on those, see what they do, see if they're interesting, see whatever. And there's lore here if you want it, and as soon as you kill the boss and open the vessel, you'll get a convenient portal that'll take you back to the beginning. Let's just go ahead. I was gonna decide if I wanted to take some stuff there. Then alright, cool, we found a little side thing, so we might have taken a wrong turn. That was the false red carpet. Maybe this is the right one. Hopefully we're not going to the dead end. Tormented Spirit here. He's gonna possess the... well, I guess the area boss for this one. Whoops. And look at that, he made him drop a bunch of stuff. Cool. You dropped a wand. That's something we could use. Chest piece. Chest piece. Daggers, not so much. We can't use bows. That's an axe. There you go. You're using Blight. Another strongbox. Safe thing to do is always unidentify it. We see, okay. Don't get excited by this roll either. The 1,177% increased rarity. That doesn't mean like I'm definitely gonna get a shit ton of rares and a unique item or whatever. It's not as good as it looks. We'll just say that. Contain quality, +4 chest level. Okay, cool, whatever. Let's open it. You see what I mean? We got that increased rarity, yet it was only one item that was rare. We're just gonna grab the orb and the scroll of wisdom and move on. The reason for that is because the way item rarity works. I won't get into it because there's no need, but that number is basically just a big debate. And then we found the level 2. Perfect. We're moving on. Follow the red carpet. And if it does split, I mean, just look at your map. We can tell this isn't the right way to go. It's a dead end. So there's a delirium portal in here, and this is also going to be a dead end. Pop it, because why not? If there's no rare enemies, just kill the tormented spirit. Because he'll run away. He'll still drop some rare stuff. So you might as well if you can, if there isn't rare stuff for him to possess. How's our inventory looking? We still have some space. We're popping white pods, we're avoiding red. Because killing mobs while the delirium portal is active means we are increasing our rewards on the bottom left. That's why you want to pop the white pods. Oops, I popped some red ones again. If you do pop some red ones, just keep running. You'll be fine. Don't stand still. Oops. Cool, got some stuff. Gonna take all those. Those were all orbs. Gems are leveling up. There's a waypoint here. So go ahead and talk to Diala. She'll have a reward for you, which is a rare amulet, which is better than ours because we don't even have a rare amulet. Ours is the same thing. For this one, just pick the attribute. If there's a certain attribute that you need, don't pick the gold one. You really don't need it. Your time is better spent picking one of the attribute ones, whichever one you happen to be lacking for a certain gem, certain item that you can equip or whatever. Go for it. Right now we're fine. Let me look at our attributes actually. I would say our attributes are pretty balanced. Maybe a little bit more dexterity wouldn't be bad, so we'll take the green one. Let's go back to town so we can dump our inventory real quick. Several things you can turn in real quick. Well, just one actually. I forgot. Once you have the 3 busts, you can turn them into Hargan, and he gives you our favorite book. You'll notice this book looks a little bit different than the ones we've been getting, and that's because he gives you a free skill point and 2 respec points. So now we have 2 points to use. Just pop them in. Alright, we finished this cluster. Where are we going to go next? We could go here. We could go down here. Let's see. I haven't looked up a guide for this build, by the way. I'm going to do this without looking up anything. Let's see. Even though this is a very common build, but it's not common for me because I rarely play this type of character. There's life over here, but there's really no damage for me this way. Is there chaos? Nope. So damage over time, other than that cluster I pointed out on this side, there isn't... Oh, let's see. Chaos damage over here. That's very far. Holy shit. That's fire damage over time. That's not us. This is bow stuff. We're not using bows, and that's poison. There's a little bit here. Let's see. Bow stuff, bow stuff, bow stuff. Poison stuff. Bleeding. Fire. That's not us. So... yeah, I guess we actually will be making the trip over here, because there is damage. There is health. You know, if we fuck up, then we can always just... undo it. Let's see. Yeah, that's why I was looking at spell damage. Were you able to sleep for it to go? Mr. Insomnia? Alright, we're gonna go this way towards the witches area. Identify all our shit.
You getting by?
Sort of. That's so unfortunate, dude. This has no good rolls. Well, not even the fire damage is gonna do anything for us. Double resist, no life. But also not a 4-link, so we can't swap that out. Nice life roll and double resist, but unfortunately, again, the sockets aren't good. Oh well.
Good luck to you.
Is that for a couple hours and you can't fall asleep again? Oh shit, I forgot to sell these two. It always happens with me.
What's going on?
Let's see. Wowee. This one's got a lot going on. We'll take it because it gives more spell damage overall. That physical damage doesn't do shit for us. And that does not apply to spells. That applies to the weapon. I know that can be a little confusing. But it'd be like that.
Bring me back something nice, huh?
Don't forget the gem.
What's up? Don't do anything I would.
Jesus. That guy's been playing all day. Alright, and then we're gonna go back to the battlefront. How are you, Vertigo? From the waypoint, we're just gonna go... What is it, like down into the left a little bit? And you'll be in the docks. You looking forward to Farmville? Hell yeah. Pop the Delirium portal. I saw some of the new items they teased. They don't look too good. If you see Fairgraves, you can ignore his side quest. You don't have to do it. Looks like we found a dead end, though. Stuff. Orbs. Man, I'm just good at finding all those dead ends, dude. Okay, good job me. Showing you where not to go. You like the uniques they showed so far? Eh. Nothing's really exciting to me. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to get a loot filter by Act 4. This is starting to get ugly.
I'd question what I'd become if I felt the need.
I don't really use timeless jewels. Alright, cool. We found the yellow exclamation point. And open that supply container and grab the quest item inside. And that's pretty much all you need to do here. So you can either log out or use a portal. I'm gonna do some backtracking here. Just making my way to that life. There's even life down here, but I'm gonna pass on that one. So you're gonna go back to Solaris Temple level 2 after you're done with the docks. And you're gonna talk to Diala again. She's gonna give you an item. Then you're gonna go back to the sewers. Then you're gonna go to this yellow question or exclamation point and click on that undying blockage. Congrats, you're almost done with Act 3. And then new crafting recipe, and then there's the exit.
I'm inside the blackguard stronghold, like a fox in a hen.
Well, that's good, I guess. I don't get excited about new PoE things as much as you do, Vertigo, I'm sorry. If you keep going up the stairs, you're gonna run into a mini boss, I guess, if you want to call it that. Same strategy as ever. That strategy's never gonna change. We don't like circles, keep moving. I really do not like that mod on my mana flask. I should change that. It's so gross. Wow. So the quest reward for killing Gravicius is you get like your last set of skill gems from Marmoa. And depending on what your build is, if your build is obviously designed around said skill gems, and you would portal out and grab it. But since I don't need it, that's why I'm continuing on. But if I'm doing something like Cyclone or something, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm getting this shit right now. Oh shit, I didn't even notice there was a tormented spirit on this guy. Cool. Wow. Stuff. I'm gonna take all the stuff. Did you do all the challenges for this league? Vertigo? I still have to do 13 more. And I was working on it a little bit today. I got some done though. Like parts of some challenges done. You only played for 2 weeks? What? I thought you were playing a lot longer. Alright, mister. You want to follow me? I usually just skip this guy. But he's being a persistent asshole. And we just killed him and he didn't even drop anything. Oh hey, a random rogue exile just out of nowhere. Sometimes they can spawn just naturally. There's our free set of gear and the ring is rare. Don't care about the sword. Relevant and his friend only played Delirium for like 2 weeks and then they both dropped it. I was like, what the heck? Waypoint. And then level 2. Alright. Vertigo has a professional strategy of where to go based on... What is... Shit, what is it, Vertigo? Isn't it based on the tile where you're stepping on or some shit? I don't know. I'm memeing. Who cares? Just keep moving. Pick a direction and go. Be careful with these shooty needle things, guys, because if you're not careful, they can really kill you. Alright, I'm gonna grab the Delirium Portal. For fun! Jesus. This place is really big. And the best way, or what you're looking for, is like ramps that lead up. So like this, and stairs that lead up. That's what you're looking for first. Because this place is super long. Did we find it again? Nice. We found another ramp. No, wait, no! This is a debate! I found another corrupted area. I'm gonna skip it, because I already went over what they are. Aw. How come you didn't play much this league, Vertigo? Are you busy? Is it the whole quarantine stuffs? Alright, there we go. I found stairs. Nice. Jeez. There we go. Found more stairs. It's pretty much a straight shot once you reach this area. Or this part, I should say. It's a straight shot to the boss. I say that and it's probably going to be like the most confusing layout you've ever seen. Jesus. I'm getting a lot of these guys just shooting at me. Alright, you'll see some big ass doors. That's how you know you're going the right way. And lots of bodies. But those are everywhere, so that's not really an indicator of whether or not you're going the right way. Big doors. It's our next goal. Another essence monster. We gon' get it! You can use your movement skill to, if it has a teleport, or if you're using like leap slam for melee, to go through the jail cells here. Found the big door. That's what we wanted. That was when... Oh, oof. You sold the business? What? Is everything better now for you? Alright, you're gonna... This is like the last section of the area, right? You're just gonna go up some some last set of stairs here. And then there's gonna be like a portal in a red circle. You're gonna click it and get ready for a boss fight, because this is a pretty big boss fight, I guess.
It's been a grand experiment.
She's gonna run like a bitch to either a blue or a red circle, and if she does, she'll transform into a more powerful form. You just want to be careful, but you can kill those circles as I just did right there. But if she teleports to one and she transforms, yikes. I mean, you're not going to be dead, but just be careful. Okay, she just teleported. She got the blue one, so she turns into this big-ass archer with the ice arrows. She'll be doing that for a bit, and then she goes back to normal. She was trying to run to that red one. I saw you, bitch. She's dead. You're unemployed? Hey, welcome to the unemployed gang. What's up? Woo, I've been here since 2013, 2014. What it do, homie? Alright, once you're done, make sure you grab the quest item offer. There was a tower key. I got it. Make sure you grabbed it. And then you can portal back or character select. Because if you log out or you move on, you're gonna have to do a lot of backtracking just to get back to that arena and grab the key. So I always make sure I have it. Let's sell all of our shit. I like how I'm getting nice chest pieces now that I have like the 4-link going on here. Some life. Triple res? Wowee. I have a green socket I could just chuck this into. I guess I could get rid of dash now, right? And just stick to flame dash. Fuck it. Wait, let me just sell the rest. 56 life! That has a whole lot of nothing good for me.
Stay out of the shadows. They bite.
Shut up, I bite. Okay. You
get 'em, boy.
Go ahead and sell that.
Stay out of the shadows.
So our resist looking like... Cold is kind of yikes. Cold is kind of yikes. Gonna dump all this shit. Alright, don't forget to talk to Grigor all the way to the left of Clarissa after you kill Piety, because then he'll have a book.
Tread carefully.
I hate traveling on the tree. It's the most boring thing ever. Wow, plus 10 thing. And if after you killed Gravicius, when I mentioned earlier, she has yet another set of skill gems for you to try out. Have fun with them. Whatever. Wow, you get a lot of traps. What do you have? Obviously, I've already picked the skill that I've chosen to stick with, so none of these are really anything that I need. Whatever, just gonna chuck that in there. I could have just sold it too. Your boyfriend died, but you lived? Hey, nice. Good shit. Your boyfriend sucks. I'm just kidding. That boss fight is hard for new players. So after you kill Piety, you're gonna go back to the Ebony Barracks. And from the waypoint, you're just gonna go to the right. A little bit up and to the right. And you're gonna see some very grassy walls, I guess. And then Strongbox. I didn't identify it because I'm bad. But I live dangerously. He doesn't have that inner knowledge. Oh yeah, since we're not using dash anymore, I'm just gonna put flame dash in the W slot. Porcupines! I'm gonna talk about them for 1 second. Early game, these things aren't deadly, but late game, they become fucking killers, man. Because when they die, you just saw they shoot these spikes. If it's just 1 or 2 porcupines, you're gonna be fine. But when enemies start coming in large ass packs and you have to kill like 20, 30 of them and a shit ton of spikes just pop out at you, you're gonna fucking die. Unless you have if you have cold damage in your build, you can actually freeze them. And when you kill a frozen enemy, they won't do their on-death effect, so they won't shoot the spikes. Hey, I leveled. Porcupines are such a shitty enemy. Also, when you get to this area, just stick to the path. Don't do what I did. I was going off to the side. I was exploring to the thing, and you could get lost. Like, if you want to explore, go ahead, but stick to the path, and you'll eventually reach the waypoint. Pop. This one doesn't have to be identified because it's just a regular strongbox. Nothing special about it. Ooh. We get to talk about div cards. Occasionally, well, every now and then a card will drop. And on it, you collect them, you can collect them, and then you summon Exodia and you automatically win the game. No, you collect different sets of cards. The one we got just happens to be the Emperor's Luck. And you can turn them in. You can see how it says like 1 out of 5. Like right in the middle of the card. There's a certain amount of cards you need for each stack. Some will be like way more than 5. Some will be only just like a few. And it tells you what you will get when you turn them in. Because you need to turn them into an NPC that's available in Act 4. Oh, but yeah, and you can also turn it into Navalia, that one girl we rescued back in Act 1. I don't know if you remember, but you have options. You can turn it into either her or this dude that you'll meet in Act 4. And this one will get 5 times currency. What that means is we'll get like anything from like 5 wisdom scrolls to 5 portal scrolls, maybe 5 orbs of whatever. You might even get 5 chaos orbs, which would be nice because that's like valuable stuff. And then we found the waypoint. Let's see. I'm gonna talk about this side quest and do it, I guess. Usually I skip the side quest depending on the build, but once you get the waypoint, go to your left and go up the stairs. And if you take a right, you're gonna run into the last ascendancy trial you need. I think. Usually? It's usually here. Please don't make me be wrong and look stupid in front of everyone. There it is. Whew. Yes. You'll find the book, just as we've always been finding, and then you'll find the trial. It's the poison dart trap, I guess. Just don't get hit, forehead. Touch the green thing. Use your movement skills to get there as fast as possible. Whether it's leap slam, flame dash, regular dash, whatever. Spam the fuck out of it to get to the end as fast as you can. Don't try to like time your movements. That's weird. Anyways, once you do the trial, then you can go inside the library. We have a skill point. Yeah, if you have any questions and shit, feel free to ask. Unless your name is Vertigo 9000, you're not allowed to ask anything. There's lore here, but we're not interested in lore. You're not allowed to ask because I know you're gonna ask some like ridiculously hard question. Be careful with the gigantic skeletons in this area because they do hit hard, but hey, you're always moving, right? So that shouldn't be a problem for you. Yep, we can do the subclass thing now that we've gotten all 6 and we're going to do it. I mean, I guess we could do it now. I wouldn't do it yet as a new player just because it could be very difficult for someone new. So I would recommend getting a couple levels, get some more health, get some more damage and all that stuff until you try it. So I don't know why I talked to him. You don't have to talk to him. You can if you want to, but we found the waypoint for this area. Oh god, I got frozen. I got frozen again. Backseat gaming allowed? Shut up, Ernest. How are you? How's life? It's okay, I shit at this game? What does that mean? You take a poop in front of Path of Exile? What? What? You're bad at this game? Wow. What makes you think you're bad at this game? Lucky for you, I'm doing like a noob-friendly tutorial. Yeah, we're gonna have to start talking about getting status ailment immunities on our flask soon, because this is a little annoying. It was supposed to be an intentional grammar error? I see. So we're just exploring the library right now. Not doing anything in particular because I don't even know if there's a particular way to figure out where the things you need to find are. I just kind of explore it until I find it. Who's this supposed to be for? For a homie? It's for you, dude! The heck? Oh, I just saw where it was. I'm blind. I think it was over here. Yeah, you're a homie, dude. Why wouldn't you be a homie? You're a regular in this stream, somewhat. Alright, you're gonna be looking for this loose candle, okay? And then you're just gonna left click it. And voila, you just found a secret passage. Alright, in this area, you're gonna want to find 4 yellow exclamation points on your map. Where they are is very RNG, so... Oh hey, we found the area boss, and we killed the area boss. Moving on. You're gonna find these book stands, grab the pages. It's a very World of Warcraft-like quest. You know, go into the archives and collect 4 golden pages and return it to the NPC. But usually, like I said, I skip this quest unless it's... It depends on the build. If my build needs to do this quest, then I'll do it, obviously, but more often than not, I just skip it. There's another one. Whoops. Digit? I like that name. Let's call numbers Digit. What's up, Digit? Digits? Multiple digits? More than one digit? Another essence we're gonna pop open. Damn, he wants me. Alright, grabbing the essence. Jesus. Another book stand. We need one more and it's on the map. We see it. I guess the helmet, maybe? Check it out. Oh shit. Over here. Another card. I'm not used to the cards being blue because my loot filter doesn't have them show up like that. And that's the last one. You can just log out or portal. Which trope is better? Secret passage reveal from bookcase or secret passage behind a waterfall? Those are both very equally annoying tropes. So you're going to take the waypoint back to the library and you're going to talk to the NPC. Blah, 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 blah. He'll give you a gem. Support gem. And I don't think there's any for me that's going to be amazing. I don't think so. Swift Affliction? I forgot he gives that. Gimme. The other important thing that you are now able to do with Ciosa, at least until Act 6, is he will sell you the majority of gems. These are gems that you probably don't have access to because they were locked off to other classes. So, yeah. Have fun looking through all this shit. And that includes supports. If you're the witch, though, you probably won't be able to use some of the most of the red gems because those are like melee attacks, requires a mace, sword, axe. But it doesn't hurt to just go over them if you're curious, just to see, like, just skim it, whatever.
Remember, life
But yeah, I usually skip that.
precious.
Pi calls you 1-5? Who's after? Pander, what is this char? This is a shadow. Life of mana. Alright. Normally I would probably do the labyrinth at this point, but I think that's a little too early for a new player. Where am I going? Does he also have Intensify? If it's an Act 4 support gem, he won't have those. Like, he doesn't have GMP either. I don't think so, right? I hope that was right. Like, those should be closed off until you actually unlock them. Oh, it's a level 31. You want me to check? Let's check. Intensify is a blue gem, right?
It's so good.
Yep, he does have it. For an Orb of Chance.
Fortune favor you.
I see. So when you get to the waypoint, I probably should have mentioned this. You're gonna see like a cart on the path. This is the way you want to go last, because this is gonna take you to the last boss of Act 3, or the last dungeon of Act 3, I should say. You're gonna see more carts. That's how you know you're going to the last area. And we're gonna use that tower key we got from Piety here. You used to watch a lot of art streams, now you just sleep early?
Whoever built this was desperately compensating for something.
I don't watch any art streams, feels bad. Except Bob Ross occasionally. I'm just gonna let you know now, navigating this place sucks ass. It's kind of like the pyramid in Act 2 in a sense that we need to find a bunch of staircases that lead up again. Wait, can I go that way? Get ready to take a lot of fucking notes, by the way, because in Act 4, I'm going to do a bunch of shit. I'm going to do the Ascendancy thing. I'm going to do an item filter. And I don't know, maybe some crafting. And I have to explain Nico a little bit. So it's going to be a lot of shit. There's the stairs. Why are you torturing him? Why am I torturing a guy on my stream? That just seems so wrong. Dude, I remember this guy used to fucking kill me all the time. This electric trap or lightning trap dude. What an asshole. We just killing stuff. We're just looking for the stairs. That's all it is. Numbers, do you get bonus points if you do your event in hardcore? Like, what if you did it in hardcore? Gloves. Down the stairs. Okay, Claptrap. I got your reference. How's Borderlands 2? When are you getting Borderlands 3, Ernest? No bonus? Feels bad. Alright. Found the next set of stairs, which is nice. Once you get to... This is like the halfway point. Once you get to the upper section of the tower. And I'm going to talk about the Scion once I get to the cage. Yep. I'm stalking you on Steam. Orb of something. Pick it up. Yikes, I'm stepping in circles. Almost dying for an orb of fusing. Lol. Nice. I don't think I ever got that far. Stairs. Found it. Moving on. Nice layout. Oops. No, come back! Since there's no rare monsters, we're just gonna kill it. Daggers and a shield. Who cares? Moving on. Found the area boss for this section. Killed it. What class are you playing as, Ernest? Also, why do all of y'all got purple names, man? Everyone likes purple in this chat or what? Alright. Stairs. Found it. I told you this area fucking sucks. This is all you're doing. Stairs, stairs, and stairs. On my end, you have a purple name. All of you have purple names on my end. Alright, once you're about to reach the top, you will see the Scion trapped in a cage, and then all you gotta do is hop. Congratulations, you just unlocked the 7th class in Path of Exile. You can talk to her. There you go. I don't recommend the Scion for new players because she is extremely complicated and requires like some knowledge of what you're doing. As I said before, she starts right here in the center of the tree. Right there, and it's already a very shitty starting area, if I have to admit. This is so ugly. But She can be a very strong class just like any of the others, but she's a little bit harder just because of how she's designed. I rarely play as a Scion. Very rarely. Fuck it, I'll check that shield. Alright, boss time. So we're gonna get to the rooftop. We're gonna go all the way up, all the way around and up the stairs. And get ready for another hard boss fights for new players. Another hard boss fight, I guess. It's gonna be a bunch of like mini bosses, so just play it safe. If you can isolate them and just take on one at a time, that's good. Because there's 3 of them, and I'm only dealing with like 1 or 2 instead of all 3 at the same time. And then he's gonna summon another set of mini bosses, or whatever you want to call them. Doing the same thing, just isolating them. Oh god. Then you actually get to fight him, finally. Anytime he says the touch of God, run. And you can hide behind cover if he's doing this and it hurts you a lot. Because if you have bad lightning resistance, he's going to do a lot of damage to you. Like if it's very low. Oops. Wah! Alright, don't get baited because you're only halfway done, just like Merveil. It's gonna have a long ass animation for this part. Can't even hit him yet. Okay, so... Ouch. When you see this blood rain, go into the shield. You cannot... Do not stay outside. Stay in the shield. Once the rain stops, then you can go ahead and just like keep running around. That's pretty much all you need to know for that fight, and then just same thing as ever, just moving. Always moving. Congratulations, you just beat Act 3.
It's funny. I always thought you'd be taller.
You can talk to her if you want to, but you can just go ahead and enter Act 4.
All this water and not a
Bye-bye.
Talk to her if you want to, but you can just keep going. This area is pretty straightforward. You can pop the Delirium Portal if you want. Ah! Ooh. Okay, probably don't dash into a bunch of mobs like I'm doing. Oops, I didn't pay attention to my mana there. Stuff. You can fight this area boss if you want to, or run from it. It doesn't matter. I'm fighting it with that added delirium on there. Oh, I couldn't kill it in time. And it didn't even drop anything good. Amulet. Get that notepad ready because we're about to go over a lot of shit. Not really, but we're gonna do item filters once we get here. Let me clear out my inventory first. When the fuck did I pick that up? This is pretty good. Some strength, some dexterity, some spell damage, some life, some resistance, and some mana regen. Like, holy shit, dude. Value. That's a really good amulet for us.
I'm watching you.
Toss everything in there. Alright. Let me see what you guys are asking before I start. Since you've gone through this much, how long does it take for you to run through all the acts? On League Day, it takes me 8 to 10 hours. It really, because on a new league, I tend to pick new skills that they just release, and those can be very mixed, because sometimes I'll get a skill that really sucks ass, or I'm just building it incorrectly, or it might have a bug with it and it's not working correctly or something happens, or it could be like the most OP fucking skill ever and I just blaze everything. So skills vary, like the time it takes me to get through the leveling process varies on the first day, and it does take a little longer the first time I level a character in a league, because you do have to do the things like getting the crafting recipes, getting the trials and shit, and that adds up. So but yeah, usually 8 to 10 hours, depending. Alright, item filters. What are they? Why do I need them? Do they know things? Let's find out. Let me switch to display capture since I'm on game capture. In PoE, a lot of loot drops. Okay? a lot of loot drops in PoE. And 90% of that loot is gonna be trash. Why the hell did my game disappear? Anyways, there it is. 90% of it is gonna be garbage or not for you. So that's why we use item filters, so that it only shows items that are relevant for you and filters out all the rest. So how do you get a loot filter, you might ask? Wow, what a question. You go to filterblade.xyz. I'm gonna put it on the stream. You're gonna probably just go with a very basic one, okay? You can just pick the stable one. You're not gonna be doing much trading early on, so this isn't really important for you unless you decide to go into the endgame stuff. Strictness, regular is fine. Some people might argue semi-strict. The thing with increasing your strictness is, like, the more you play and you understand, like, what items you care about and which ones you don't give a shit about, that's when you can up the strictness. But since you're brand new and you have no idea what the fuck is good or what should I be filtering out and stuff, just leave it on regular. And then stop if you want to. It doesn't really matter. This is just changes the colors. There's different colors to choose from. And I'm not gonna make you change anything else because you should really just start with something basic. There's no reason to pick something and like do all this customizing and all this stuff. You don't have to do this. You shouldn't do this. Just go ahead and go to download. You can use your PoE account if you want to, or you can just do optional. And when you download the file, I hope I don't show any hentai in my folders. Should have rehearsed this. You're gonna get a filter file, right? You can name it whatever. If you want to name it like Delirium filter or whatever, you can do that. You can do that right here. Just, or if you want to call it like numbers filter, whatever, and then download it, you can do that too. But just for an example, you're gonna drag and drop the filter file. Hold on, let me get the thing up. Where is? You're gonna drag that shit into. You'll avert your eyes. Thanks. You're gonna drag that shit into your documents. You're gonna go into documents. You're gonna go into my games, and you're gonna go into Path of Exile. Ignore all this shit. You're just gonna drag and drop it. Poop in there. I already have the filter, obviously, so I don't need to fucking do it. I already have a fucking filter, so that's all you gotta do. And voila, you have a filter. But that's not all. You gotta go into your options. I know you guys can't see anything. Give it a sec. There you go. You gotta go into your options. You gotta go to the UI tab. Scroll all the way down. You might need to refresh this, maybe. But you click on this drop down and you'll see whatever you named it should be here. I already have one, so I'm just gonna turn it on. And it'll tell you, item filter loaded successfully. Save it and close. Congratulations, you just installed a loot filter. It's gonna make your life a lot easier. And if you do decide to keep playing this game for longer periods of time, and you get into that end game, then you can choose to customize it. Like, you already know, like, if you've seen me play this before, you know that I have, like, customized sounds, and you can even customize the way some of the items look when they drop. You'll see examples of that starting now, since I have the item filter on. So, yay for that. And then now, let's see, what level are we? You think it's too early for a casual player to start getting their ascendancy at this point, Vertigo, or should we wait till later? Or is now, do you think now is okay? Yeah, I have like anime girl sounds, and I'm gonna try to change it again for next league to the virtual YouTubers. You know, All those sounds that we play at the end of streams. Now it's fine. Okay. So now that we got all 6 Ascendancy trials, right? You're gonna go back to Act 3. Do it earlier than late. It's better to do it later when you feel comfortable as a new player than doing it earlier and dying, in my opinion. And you're gonna go to this statue that has those plaques you've been touching. All 6 of these green lights should be lit. If you're missing one, it's not gonna open. That means you missed not touching a trial. That means you missed one somewheres. But you should click it and it should open. It's not hardcore, so it's Goid. Dude, if you die in this, you still have to redo the whole ass labyrinth. That can be frustrating for a new player that doesn't understand how to get through this. And if they die to the boss fight, because they might not have better gear than me, or they might not have good gear, their skill might not be good enough or something, or the damage isn't there, I mean. So that's why I was debating if I should do it later. But if you feel like you want to do this later and it's like proving to be a challenge, that's fine. I think Stewie told me he doesn't even get his Ascendancy until Act 5 just to save time, because he doesn't need the extra stuff. And that's fine. You can do that if you want to as well. There's a waypoint here so you can access this from wherever, including your hideout or any town. You can listen to that whole ass speech that Azaro tells you, but I'm just gonna move on. And there's lore there. You're gonna you're gonna touch this device and you only have one option available. This is the regular labyrinth. You can see we're gonna come back here again at like level 55-ish, then again at level 68-ish later on in the game. This is the endgame labyrinth. If you don't have to do this for your requirements for your little Discord wars, then I wouldn't worry about it just yet. But go ahead and just activate it, and we go ahead and go in. Alright, welcome to the labyrinth. This place sucks. Nobody likes this area. People like what it gives you, the Ascendancy, because that's what we're here for. That's what we care about. But no one likes to actually come in here. You like lab? Get out. Get the hell out. That's so fucking weird. I'm not used to that sound, sorry. I guess because it's this isn't on the Steam version of PoE, it's playing different sounds. You guys are weird. Also, is my filter on? Maybe it's just different because I think I might be on the standalone client, and that's fine, I guess. Oops. Everybody hates restarting. If you do die in the labyrinth, keep this in mind. You have to start from the very beginning. You cannot portal out of the labyrinth if you need to go back for whatever reason. You're in this for the long haul. You're in it to win it. There's a lot of different mechanics and aspects to the labyrinth that I'm not really going to go into because there's no point, because you're just here to get your Ascendancy, which is your subclass. That's all you care about. You know what? I'm pretty sure the exit's over here. Shit. Oh yeah, if you click on the current location, it'll fucking tell you. Wow, really hard to get lost here. Fortunately, the first labyrinth you do is fairly straightforward, so very hard to get lost anyways. Can you stop giving me this shitty mod? Oh my god, I'm mad. Let me let me change that real quick. Grab the crafting recipe here. Okay. So I just used an orb of alteration. This changes the properties or the mods on a blue item only. Get ready for a very hard boss fight if you're not careful. But the rules are still the same. Move, attack. Move, attack. If you hear that wind-up sound, move. Use your movement ability if you need to. He'll do it again and I'll point it out. Oh shit, I killed him. I didn't want to kill him. What's up, Drag? Welcome back. I wasn't trying to kill him that fast. Alright. That's part 1 or a third of the labyrinth done. We're gonna keep on running along. How are you, Drag? Alright, I'll talk about these just because we ran into it, I guess. What? Sometimes you'll run into all the traps that you were what the fuck? Rogue Exile in the traps? Bruh. That doesn't happen often. Okay. Sometimes you'll run into all the traps that we've been going through with the trials, right? And you'll see them you'll see them often throughout the labyrinth. Just make your way through it. You'll be fine as long as you don't touch the traps for too long. Monsters can get killed by the traps too. Sometimes you'll find like little treasures like these. Wow. Okay, so I thought this was not one of those chests. Sometimes you'll even find chests that have items that will help you in the next portion of the boss fight. Same as ever, Drag. What build are you using? What Vertigo said. I tend to just hug the right side of the area whenever I go through the labyrinth, and that usually works out for me. Like, I'll do it again in another area, but I always just stick to the right. You can check to make sure. So when you see that there's like 2 different exits in this area because there's 2 different lines, right? So I see like, oh, I don't have to actually go to this next area because there's another way. That's when I go back and you just go to the left because then you'll find the other exit close by. Holy shit, a raid! Why? Thanks for the raid. Every time I make a tutorial video, this happens. I get viewers. How are you guys doing? What was I don't even know who Angie is, but how was the stream? How are you guys doing this fine evening? It was good. Are you guys excited for Harvest? You don't have a shoutout command, Panda? What shoutout command?
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. To entertain doubt is to dance with death's slowness and strength.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this, but when you fight Azaro, you're only gonna take down his health by like a third each time. You don't have to get him all the way down. There's the wind-up sound I was talking about earlier. Thanks for the raid again, though. I appreciate it. Does the Roro is sexy command still exist? Yes. Thanks for the follow, Smoke Deal. Did that play twice? In case you guys are wondering, we're making like a very, very casual friendly guide for playing PoE for one of my friends that's going to be playing PoE for an event. And a host? Holy shit. Thanks for the host. And all the follows. Oh shit, sorry. When you're navigating through the fire trap, there's gonna be levers you're looking for so that you can open the doors so that you can get through. It's okay to take your time on this part instead of trying to rush through it and getting killed by lava trap. There's another switch. There's another switch. We'll wait for it. Have a nice night. I like your emotes. Damn it, I wish I had better emotes. Yuri S when? When Roro decides on drawing the eyes in a way that he's okay with. Because he doesn't like the way the eyes are looking on Yuri. Have a nice night. Have you ever played Mortal Kombat 11? No, the only fighting game I play is Tekken 7 and a little bit of Street Fighter. Oh shit, I didn't have to go here. Things. Kind of lost my train of thought because of the raid, but that's it's fine. We're making progress. We're going through the labyrinth. We're just hugging the right side, killing stuff. Just imagine chat is naked. How does that help me? That doesn't help me focus. You play Tekken 7? Who's your main? Thanks for the follow. Just imagine there's no viewers. That's what I usually do, except for this particular stream where I'm making a guide for a certain person, so I kind of have to pretend there's a viewer. I usually do pretend no one's here, so I say a bunch of very weird stuff. I've never played a God of War game. And the only Doom game I played was Doom 3. But I do want to play the new Doom game at some point. Someone came into my chat before and told me they really like Doom because they had a serious power trip. They were like, I like being badass characters and I like ripping apart demons because it makes me feel strong and badass. So I was like, wow, okay. Alright, dude. Sounds cool. Be careful with the traps, obviously, throughout this area. You can cheat and use your movement skill to get around it. The music of Doom Eternal is nice. I'll briefly talk about these, but we didn't actually get one. Sometimes you'll find a silver or a gold door. Silver doors lead to optional treasure stuff. Gold doors impede your progress in the labyrinth. And you need the corresponding color key to get past to open them, but we don't really care about that early on. Just want to get through the labyrinth. Yeah, I know, like, Doom is like heavy metal stuff. I am not a heavy metal fan. Sorry. I'm more weeb stuff. Alright, this is gonna be the last part of the Azaro fight. And it used to be way harder. Boomer time. Back in my day, Azaro had... Back in my day, Azaro had traps. His traps used to be active, and they're all broken now to make it easier for new players. See, you remember. Whoops. If I'm missing my shots, it's because you make me nervous. Twas, I don't know why I said it like that. Freaking drag is rubbing off on me. You were tanky enough, so it's fine. How big is the skill tree? Big enough. Alright. Sometimes you'll get treasure keys from Azaro, sometimes you won't. And sometimes you'll find them throughout the labyrinth. Doesn't matter, pick whatever you want to open, because it's all RNG. Wow, I didn't get anything good. 2 things you want to do in here. Go to this divine font. Click on the skull, and then just apply it to your gloves. Doesn't matter what you get. You don't even have to do this. I don't know why I told you, but you get enchants from the labyrinth, and they matter endgame, not so much early. Doesn't matter what you get. I would still play Doom. Like, I'm okay with the music. It's just not something I would listen to. I'd probably still play it just because it looks fun. Like, I played Doom 3, like that old one, and I thought that game was fine. And then you're going to want to touch the Altar of Ascendancy here, because this is where you get to pick. Your ascendancy class. Wow. We're gonna go with the trickster.
Some just need a little nudge to get them started.
You get to choose from 3. And they're very niche subclasses. They will focus on a certain thing. Just pick the one that applies to what you're building your character as. So if you need to look them over, look them over. It's not a big deal. They're not as big as the regular tree, right? They're very small compared to this shit, at least. I haven't picked a trickster in a long ass time. I'm gonna go with this stuff. Because it's damage. Yeah, Doom is a good game. Alright, we can go back to Act 4. Yeah, it's not so bad. And you can access it at any time in the skill tree. You can also like remove it with the little arrow. Just so you can see it. Your ascendancy choice isn't permanent either. Nothing is in this game. So you can change it and undo it if you want to change it, but you shouldn't have to. Anyways. You like the music in 2016 more than Eternal? Why is that? I need to have a Yuri emote that looks like that Hypers one you guys have. Where's Roro? I need to tell him to make one. Oh shit, and then you're gonna go down the steps in the town into this area. I forgot to mention that. It does. But you can undo it if you do mess up, but you shouldn't have to, just, you know, just in case. It's just there. We need Hypers Yuri. I need a Yuri everything emote. You just liked it more? What's the best game you guys have played this year so far, chat? Also, I don't know if you asked any questions during the raid or anything, Numbers, or if anyone had any PoE questions and I missed it. Ow. Don't stand in those. You're not a gaming person? You read? What do you read, Ernest? I heard there was some falling out with him for Eternal. Cite your source, mister. Okay, there wasn't any questions? Nice. Okay, just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. Too many games? Like what? You like horror a lot? Well, what a coincidence. So do I. You read weeb shit? Sekiro? Sekiro? Pronounced by Vin Diesel? Luckily, this boss is very slow and has very telegraphed attacks, so it's not hard to keep your distance. Thanks for the follow, Cookie.
God awaits us.
I just killed an emperor.
Pure.
With a feather that size.
Don't forget the quest item, and then you can go back. Doo-doo-doo-doo. That's a nice life roll. This is also not a nice life roll, but I'm gonna keep the helmet we have because resist.
Until next time.
You like too many games to describe them all, I will end up annoying people. Dude, that's what I say whenever someone asks me, what do you play? What do you play, Mr. Streamer? Like, dude, I play fucking almost anything. Except sports games. I will not play sports games on this chat, or this stream. You're gonna use that seal here, and then voila.
Look at that.
This nosy fucker is gonna compliment you after you do that.
Goodbye.
You can talk to him if you want to. Oh! Shit. Sorry. I forgot to mention you also have a quest reward after you unlock the entrance to the mines. You go up here, talk to... what is it? Oyen? Is that how you pronounce it? And she'll let you have another set of gems, but this one's a little bit easier because it's your choice of golem to summon, and the golems give you buffs depending on which one you choose. I don't think it matters for us because I could just do the stone one for defense, I guess.
Our hopes are with you.
You play Final Fantasy Pander like seven times a year from start to finish. I've only played Final Fantasy X once this year, and it was only because it was requested via channel points. I have not played a Final Fantasy of my own volition this year. Nice try.
Swallowed by the darkness, and I seem to be causing it a little indigestion.
If you see these sulfite deposits or veins or whatever while you're exploring this area, you can go ahead and just click on them, and Nico will harvest it for you. This is for a mechanic that you do not have to worry about early on at all. I would say, yeah, it's pretty just skippable. And I wouldn't worry about it. You never played Final Fantasy? Last year? I played Final Fantasy once because that's what I wanted. That's when I wanted to play it. Back in the summer, I think? Or it might have been the year before. I don't even remember anymore. Horror games I play a lot more often than Final Fantasy, dude. I always replay Resident Evil stuff, Silent Hill stuff, Fatal Frame stuff, random indie horror game stuff, and then we get disappointed with their usage of cheap jump scares. Like, we just played Simulacra last week? Or during the weekend? I played that shit for the first time. And I thought it was a good concept for a horror game, but it had terrible voice acting. The hell is that sound? We just found a silver coin. Silver coins are for yet another side mechanic thing that you do not need to worry about right now. It's for prophecies, and there's no reason to do them early. You can if you want to, but not needed. or not necessary. Okay, the phone ringing jump scare got me because they force you to play that game at an extremely high volume, otherwise you can't hear the dialogue. Which was so cheap, dude. That shit pissed me off. But then every time you get a phone call, like, I get scared and then I immediately just get pulled out of the game because it's like terrible voice acting.
Another goodbye.
I think there's a horror game called like, is it Vertigo? That one I want to play. It starts with a V. Also, someone remade PT in fucking Half-Life Alyx, dude. Can you imagine playing PT in fucking VR? Hell no, I ain't playing that shit. Have a good night, Vertigo. Thanks for stopping by.
Something is keeping very busy in the bowels of this mountain.
Oh shit, there's more sulfite here. I guess you could get it. Oops. You're gonna want to look for the yellow exclamation point in the mines area. This mine's level 2, because you'll find a floating body. You want to touch it?
It's always comforting to witness an honest.
Touch the floating body. Have a good night, Ernest. Drag, everyone's going to sleep. What the heck? I'm gonna go to sleep. Can I go to sleep? I was sleeping a lot. What do you mean? Everyone's going to sleep. Alright, whatever.
This'll do nicely, Exile.
There isn't really much to comment on. I guess I should start commenting on the stuff that the filter is showing. Because you'll probably notice we stopped seeing a lot of items. Well, I should really wait till I fight like a huge group of enemies and then press Alt to show all the items on the floor. And then you'll see like how much is being filtered out. That's fine too, Leak Gamer. Or Sleek Gamer, sorry. What horror games are you gonna play before you leave me? At least tell me that. So that I can maybe play them.
I do hope these constipated bowels don't find their release while I'm still inside.
Here, let me do a delirium portal. Just so we can... Yeah, sorry, Sleek. Sleek leak. Missing Sarah and the Eye? I've never heard of that game. Is it good? We haven't died yet, chat, so this is hardcore viable guide right here on how to play PoE. At least we haven't died yet. Melee start is so miserable, it'd be like that. I'll have to check it out. Those knocking sounds are freaking me out. What knocking sounds? So, I guess real short bit on talismans. They're like corrupted amulets. They're corrupted, which means you can't change the mods that are on them. And they're usually garbage anyways because, again, you can't change them. So it's like, oh, cool, nothing. You can sell them if you want to, or just leave them. Doesn't matter. You think it's when loot drops? Yeah, I'm using like a very basic loot filter that doesn't have my weeb sounds, and I kind of miss it, to be honest. Because this is the same filter I'm using on my other character, but it doesn't play the weeb sounds. I'm guessing it's because I'm using a different client, but I don't know. I could have done a beginner guide with a melee build if it makes you feel any better, but I just did a shadow just because I felt like playing a shadow. I might be doing a melee build to start next league though because of how they're changing slam skills, or like they're adding new slam skills or whatever, just to see what all that's about. Alright, we're gonna go back to town real quick. You're bound to rare weapons that may never drop. Don't expect them to drop. If you don't get rare weapons to drop, craft them. It's okay to use like an essence or an alchemy orb or whatever in the beginning to get a weapon you need. Because the alchemy orbs will drop like candy later on anyway, so it's not like you're completely wasting them. Alright, go up here and talk to Tasuni after you come back, because when you touch that dead body, he gives you a book.
Hunt well.
It's a bait. Everyone will pile up on that playstyle and it's going to be just average like Bows and Metamorph. Did you see the patch notes or something? Or are you just part of the Reddit community that just says everything is trash?
See you.
That's fine, gamer. If you want to, just close my stream. I'm not gonna make you multitask. This is probably where a lot of casual players will start dying too. You're gonna talk to Diala here, and you're gonna have two portals. There's like a fiery red one, and like that's not really ice, but I guess like, you could call that like mist. A misty portal. You're gonna go into the one on the right. Have a nice night, gamer. You're just gonna make Panda cry, but that's okay. Don't guilt trip by viewers. What the heck? Drag? I guess we'll see when it comes out. I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but you should always have the global chat and the trade chat disabled. You shouldn't have any chat on in PoE because the community sucks. And it's just filled with garbage. Right? And now we're done with Act 3 and more than halfway done with Act 4, so we'll be getting into Act 5. I miss my Gabrielle sound effect when she gets... When she gets the... When she's applying that thingy on her back? I forgot what it was. Yeah, Global 820 is good, but it's not good for new players because they're still not going to know what's going on. Better just to leave it off. Ooh, fancy sound effect. So that's what also item filters do, because that was a div card that just dropped. It made a fancy sound effect, so you can tell when something at least somewhat valuable drops, although that wasn't really a good card. I wonder if there's a new players channel. Global 411. I'm just kidding, I don't fucking know. There probably is one, but... I am sort of going fast, so if I'm not explaining something, feel free to let me know. Because I'm definitely going faster than I was playing yesterday. Oi! When you get to the arena, the path is gonna split here when you get to the waypoint. Oh, thanks for putting the portal there, by the way. Go to the left. Oh shit, there was an orb there. I don't even use the recipes for leveling or whatever that people always tell you to do. I don't even use those. For pathing purposes? Yeah, that's fair, because certain areas can have different layouts as well, so I might tell you like, oh, just go this way when you get here, and then you like get to it and it's like completely different. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? Panda, you lied. And I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention that certain areas can have a different layout. But yeah, I still haven't crafted any gear yet. Like, I'm just using the shit we've been finding on the ground. So I heard the sound, but I didn't see what dropped. There we go. That's why item filters are very useful. Because when they do that sound notification, right? Because sometimes you won't even notice something valuable will drop and you're too busy fighting and shit. Good example of why a filter is good. You must have some really bad luck. Yeah, that's fine, numbers. This is like a mini boss fight against 3 rogue exiles, we'll call them. Nothing too special there, just keep your distance. Did I get the other one? Okay. If you do go next to these gates, they will open and foxes will pour out. Or hellions, whatever. They used to look like foxes. But we're nearing the end of this area, because they'll start talking soon. Senkos will pop out. They're not cute. There's a difference. No, I killed her too fast. Or killed him too fast. I was trying not to do that, but... ED Contagion OP. I really do regret going this build, because... Contagion... Essence Stream is a really good starter, and... I probably should have used, like, an off... meta kind of thing, just so I can prove that you can just use whatever without picking something strong. Because, like, this is a really good build to start off. Alright, boss fight. And he was supposed to talk. I don't know why he didn't talk. It was weird. Is there anything I need to mention? Other than the usual strats? Not really. Make sure you don't stand still because he has these annoying swords that populate the arena in random areas. So if you stand still, you're more likely to eat swords. And those do more damage than him, I fucking swear.
Can you sing one for me too, Merveil?
Alright, don't forget to get the quest item and then you're gonna go back to town. Or you can log out. That's fine because the goal of this guide is just to get through the first 10 acts. We're not even gonna be touching endgame stuff. I mean, I can talk about that stuff later if it's necessary, but wow. 66 life and 22 lightning resists. This gives us more spell damage. So we're only using 3 for now anyways, so it's okay to swap this over here. Swap this. Make sure we still have a slot for that. Then we can sell these.
Good luck.
If I was using a bow, I would have kept it. Sorry if you heard that. Alright, once you go back to, shit, I wasn't even looking because I got distracted by my phone. Once you go back to the crystal veins, you go on the other portal, the fiery one now, and we're gonna do this one. This place sucks too. And the reason I don't keep every single unique item is because new players only have four storage tabs. So I don't make them keep every single unique they find. But you could have kept it, I guess, if you wanted to. I wouldn't have. It doesn't do anything for my build. But you're right, I should have mentioned that the Stormcloud is a good leveling item for bows. You think a new player is gonna know the build enabling capabilities of that item off the bat, though? I don't think so. Nice ring. A new player won't be able to sell a Stormcloud because they won't have a premium stash tab unless they do the trade chat channel, which I doubt anyone wants to do, or the forums. So I'm not even talking about selling items or trading. I have no idea if it still works. I don't think they even update that thing anymore. And also, I don't want to explain that to a new player because that's, again, making it way too complicated. You don't want to overwhelm them with all these little things and stuff. Like, download this. And, like, it's... We're trying to keep it casual friendly here. Like, I didn't even tell them to download a loot filter until Act 4. Because I do not think you need it until later on. I wouldn't know if it's updated because I never used it. Or, well, I used it a little bit, I guess, when I first started playing, but yeah, I didn't use it that long. So I don't know if it's still updated. This area sucks to navigate through, by the way. It's a very long, windy trail because, yeah, look at this shit. We went like fucking... Don't worry, nobody likes this area. Including me, but you'll get a waypoint after you get through it. You're halfway there. There's always gonna be that one guy in chat too. Hey, I actually like this area, dude. I like the aesthetic. It has cool lore and it has a nice layout. Whatever. Hey, I actually like this area, dude. Hey, shut up. still sucks. It's just one of those things. Just gotta get through it. We'll probably stop today at like Act 6. I think that's how far we'll get. Maybe Act 7, but that's a stretch.
Do not worry, little beast. We are friends now. This one is captured.
Don't forget, you can press, I can't even talk. You can press spacebar to get rid of those pop-up notifications. If they're in your way. Especially if you're doing like side content stuff and you get like, oh, new recipe unlocked or whatever. New crafting recipe unlocked. Any areas with a red and blue color scheme? Not that I can think of. Maybe the Twilight Temple map, but that's an endgame area, so. Yeah, I'm only gonna cover the first 10 acts and not so much endgame stuff, but if you need me to do endgame stuff, I can. Just the basics, of course. Here's how to beat the endgame boss in 5 easy steps. Just kidding, I'm not gonna do that. Alright, when you enter the Caldera of the King, get ready for a boss fight. He also telegraphs his attacks. Very obvious that he's gonna attack you, and then he jumps after the 4th one. After the 4th slam, he'll jump at you. And then he summons ads after a certain amount of his health goes by. That's why he jumped sooner. So you can see the filter is filtering, surprise, the shitty items that we don't care about. Make sure you pick up the quest item, then we go back. Torch Court? Torch Court is very red. I don't know about blue though. Okay, this is kind of weird, but you're gonna go back to the crystal veins. And now that you have both, you gave Dala both the Eye of Fury and the Eye of whatever that this dude gave you from the other portal. You're gonna talk to her. She's gonna activate this little drill cannon thing. And you're gonna go in it. And you're immediately gonna open a portal and go back to town. Oh yeah, I have a skill point. Let me use that to get more life. Once you go back to town, you're gonna talk to Diala, excuse me, and she's gonna have yet another set of skill gems. Or these aren't skill gems, excuse me. These are support gems. This is the last bit of gems you're gonna get. This is it. These are the majority of the gems. Yeah, the Elder used to be one of the endgame bosses, but not anymore. They changed it in this in the last, not this expansion, but the previous one. Oh, now I wish I had that 4-link chess piece, because now I have this. Oh well, we'll save it. Identify the shit we got. Nice resistances here, because it gives 11 to all. And 27 cold. This gives some life, lightning, and fire resistance, so that would be really good. Let me see how our resistances are actually doing. Cold is terrible. We need to we need to up that. And we can do that. So this has a lot of life. But we can't really replace our gloves at the moment because we want this 4-link. I'm not well, it's not hard to press escape and go to character selection. I'm not even using like a logout macro. You can do that if you it's 2 buttons. Escape and left click, and then you just log back in. Saves you a portal scroll because you might not even have one. I do it all the time. That's why I say you can use it or use a portal. What does that mean? I'm gonna be put in the back of the queue. The queue of the streams you're watching? Alright. I'm gonna just... Let's see. Yeah, I really need that cold resist, so I'm gonna swap these, but before I do, I'm going to use the crafting bench. Add a little bit of life. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, we got like what, plus 38 cold resist in total here, because this one gives 11 to all and then an additional 27 cold. So that just brought our cold resistance from 62, or from, what was it, like 28 to 62. So big improvement there. And I know most people will probably tell you that you should be capped on your resistances, at least at this point. And I would agree with that if you can. If you can't, but try to get as close as you can. Not the end of the world if you didn't. Just gonna be a little bit harder to survive. Yeah, fuck it. We'll use this. We'll lose a little bit of life here so we can cap out fire and lightning. And now all we need to do is just get a little bit of cold somewheres. You can probably craft the cold too. Let me see if I can craft it on something, and then we can actually be capped out. I doubt it can be on here. Oh, it can? Holy shit. Boom. Cold. We just capped our resist. We're good for now. And that's good enough. But that doesn't mean, you know, just stop neglecting resist on gear. Still try to find gear with good resist and shit. I'm gonna hold on to these gloves because it has a nice life roll and we can probably craft resist on it. But the reason we're not swapping is because this is a 4-link and we want to keep this set up. We could make this a 4-link, I guess, with the orbs we have so far. But
Yes?
I'm gonna just hold on to it instead.
Take care.
Alright, now that that's all squared away, we're gonna go back to the belly of the beast, or portal. Yeah, don't worry so much about chaos resistance though. Just fire, cold, lightning is all we care about. If you do get chaos resist on your gear while leveling, great. But it is not necessary. And in fact, you most likely will not cap your chaos resist ever. Unless you're doing a certain type of build, but we won't get into that. Oops. Did you guys know Drag called me fat? He called me fat in my own Discord. And he tried to edit it out. He tried to edit it out like a little bitch. I didn't do it, and like you see in parentheses edited. Like, okay, dude. Flat. He said it's flat fuck Friday or something instead of fat when he was talking to me. Yeah, okay, dude. This boss is probably gonna trip up a lot of new players. This next upcoming boss. Okay, so our loot filter just showed us in this green border an item. I don't know why it's showing these two, but for whatever reason, this one has a green border, and you're like, why is my loot filter showing this? That's because of the colors of the sockets. See how it has a green, a red, and a blue one? This is a vendor recipe you can do. And you'll get a certain type of orb, which I'll talk about once we sell it to the vendor. There's a ring, and I guess another belt. Again, just doing the same old stuff. Still not doing anything fancy. We're moving. We're killing stuff. We're moving again. We're using our mobility movement skills, and we're using the Quicksilver Flask so that we're constantly moving even faster to get through areas. Oh shit, I just I just went in a loop. Shit, we're supposed to go over here. Oop, there's a silver coin again. I am just going in all the wrong places. This item's being shown even though it's a white or common item because of the 3 link. That's why it's still showing that. That can be very useful for people that are leveling. Alright, cool. We found the exit. This is the last dungeon of Act 4, by the way, once you're in the belly of the beast. This next area called the Bowels of the Beast is going to teleport you to an arena where you're going to fight another boss. This one, you have to be very careful. Some bosses just have attacks that you're just not meant to tank. Okay? You're never supposed to hit them no matter how much health you have. Especially if you're casually playing this game. And I'm gonna talk about that attack when we start.
Do you assassins offer a money-back guarantee, Shadow?
Same thing for now. Attack move, attack move. Stay away from circles, or I guess spheres, because they're 3D. And then you see this beam? Do not touch the beam. Keep moving. You touch that beam, you will almost certainly die. Maybe not if you built and got a lot of life, but a lot of new players will not react to the beam and they will probably get hit by it. Just keep moving, like circle around her and stay away from that beam. She does summon these annoying nests every time she does some attacks, so you can try to kill them if they get too annoying.
Well done, assassin. Another.
There you go, you killed Piety again. Talk to her. You actually do have to talk to her there, because the way won't open until you do. Grab the crafting recipe. Cool, chaos damage. That's something we could use for our build. Could slap that on a weapon or something.
I'm working with piety. That sounds even stranger when I say it out loud.
What's up, Jay? Did you just wake up? Ooh, this dropped again. You can see the green border. It dropped. It showed that item, and it's showing you the green border again. So if you keep following the path, you'll find a waypoint. You're gonna have to go either left or right. Eventually, you have to go through both ways. So I guess we could go... Whoops. We'll go to the left first. I usually go to the left. Damn, we level 41. And stick to the upper section first. This is just something I prefer to do. And you'll see an orange door on your map again. And this will be the first mini boss you fight. So we're gonna go in.
Exquisite.
Same strategy. Stay away from circles. Even these mini circles, stay. Oh god! Stay away from them. Don't forget to pick up the quest item.
I don't know much about art, but I know what I like.
Yay, more health. You have a weird sleeping schedule, Jay. I'm jealous you had Chick-fil-A today. Oh yeah, when you kill the whoever the boss is here, it might not be this dude. It's random whoever is here or where the bosses are. Or sorry, which boss you face. The arena will always be here, but the one that's in there is always different. But whoever you beat, go back the way you came. And now you're gonna go to the lower portion of the left side. And now you're gonna run into another mini boss. Make sure we just kill all this stuff. He dropped melee weapons. We don't really care, but we did drop a flask. So we can't use this one yet. It requires level 52. That's fine. We're probably going to be getting rid of our mana flask somewhat soon. Alright, get ready for another boss arena. This is Doedry. You'll notice there's There's gonna be 3 big ass circles. You're gonna have to end up stepping in one of them because they overlap the whole arena, and these are curses. They will apply a debuff to you, so you have to be very careful here because he will hit hard. Or I guess she. Sorry, it's a she. It's a she. I'm sorry. Look at the titties, the saggy tits. It's a she. You're a tea connoisseur? My waifu is a tea connoisseur, dude. Grab the quest item. Don't forget it.
Oh, do stop mumbling.
Is he talking? Is my character talking to me? Because that was heckin' rude. I'm about to delete you right now, mister. Breaking the 4th wall. Alright, I got 2 better life lasts, so I'm replacing the ones I had. Then once you're done killing the second boss of whoever's there, you're gonna go all the way back to where the waypoint is, and now you're gonna go on to the other side. Just stay to the right, and then you'll see the last and 3rd arena. Just clear all this shit. I'm forgetting to use my golem. I got this quest reward after we got into Act 4 shortly. And then go in, same thing. Let him talk, and then... Circles! There's circles around the books. She's throwing circles at you. Well, I guess spheres, balls, orbs, whatever. 3D circles. Keep moving. I can't. And she's dead. Okay.
For someone so obsessed with looks, that wasn't a pretty death.
That's all done. You're gonna go all the way back to where you came from, and then you're gonna go back to the waypoint. You gonna talk to Piety. And then you're gonna go get ready for... This is the big one. This is the big boss fight that gets everywhere. Like all the new players as well, because this one's pretty hard. It's gonna be kind of hard to explain his attacks as I'm doing it, but the strategy is still the same. It's always gonna be the same. I'm gonna keep saying it because new players need to understand that standing still is probably the most dangerous thing you can do in any boss fight. As I'm standing still. As soon as the boss comes in, start moving.
Now, Exile!
Don't touch the hentai tentacles. Circles are bad. Stay away from him. If you're melee, take a second to run away. And when Piety tells you to kill her, you should listen and kill her. And when she turns back, you go back to Malachi. Stay back when he does the charge up, the wind up sounds. Don't touch hentai tentacles. She said kill her again. We listen. Because we're simps. We listen to what the females say. And she's dead. Stay away from the tentacles. Okay, don't get debated. You're not done yet.
Trying to be a bloody hero.
Go into the black heart.
Let us see if you truly understand what it means to be Nightmare.
His moves are still the same. Circles are bad. He's gonna touch a heart and have this shield around him. You can't damage him when he has this shield, so focus on the heart he just touched. You can see that it's open. I just touched the circle, that was bad. Now he can damage him again. Anyone in general that's new to PoE, but numbers specifically. Because I'm going to be putting this guide on YouTube. I put the first part, or I put yesterday's stream on there as well. So we touched another heart. We're going to focus on this one. Again, keep moving. Circles are bad. Second heart's down. Keep moving. Ouch. Tentacles are bad. He just touched the last heart. And he gets this moving circle that moves very slowly. And it homes in on you, but it's very slow. Just keep moving and you won't have to worry about it. Tentacles are bad. Tentacles are bad again. Circles. Stay away from them. Congratulations, you just beat Act 4. You can either log out here, do the character selection thing, or just use a portal. Doesn't matter. You can stay if you want to watch his death animation. I've seen it 100 times already, so I've seen it. And your character says some like snarky comment. Whatever. Seen it 100 times. We can't use these holiday flasks because they're level 42. That's a bummer. Let's go ahead and clear our inventory and then we'll start heading to Act 5. Okay, so I told you about those items with the green border that have the green, blue, and red sockets. You'll see that we're getting chrome orbs. These are the items that will re-roll the colors of the sockets on any piece of gear you have. So, very useful, I guess, early on. If you need the chrome orbs, it's helpful. Later on in the game, though, I don't really do this. I don't pick up these items for the purpose of doing this recipe.
Be careful.
But early on, it could be helpful if you need chromes. Is fine. Alright, as soon as you beat Malachi, you can talk to all the people if you want to. They'll say like, wow, you killed Malachi, you're so sexy, haha. Then you're gonna go up here and to the right, and down the steps into the ascent. And then from here on out, it's just basic gameplay. If y'all have any questions and stuff, feel free to ask them because they're really like this is like if this was a speed run, this is when I say we have time for donations because there's really nothing to explain anymore because we did all the very basic stuff yesterday and I don't want to just say the same shit over and over again. I know there's always going to be those people that are like, you know, you're doing a ranged spellcaster build where you get to stay far back. I'm a melee build and I have to go up to those bosses. I can't just like run around and avoid all this shit because I'm melee. Welcome to being melee, first of all. And second, you still can. You just gotta know when to like do your attacking. You dip in, you dive in, do your attacks, and then once he starts doing a spooky attack that you shouldn't be getting hit by, you run away for a bit. Then come back in and do some more damage. But yeah, it is harder to dodge stuff as melee, obviously. There's no doubt about that, but hey, you're melee. I'm ranged. I get to have the luxury of staying far back. That's life, dude. I mean, I can do a melee guide too. It's not gonna be any harder. Or a ranged attack too, bow character, whatever. Oh yeah, touch the lever and you'll go inside the portal, and there's a waypoint for you. Forgot to mention that. You're nearing the halfway point. Are you excited? So the green border again, because this is the vendor recipe for a chromatic orb, or chrome orb, whatever you want to call it. So there's a reason it's showing you this shitty mace, other than the fact that it's a 3-link. It's for another vendor recipe, but you're not gonna worry about that. It's not necessary. It's for an item that you only use in the end game, so I wouldn't worry about it. Portal touch! Because we haven't done one in a while. At least I don't think so. And again, if it seems like I'm going fast through these areas, it's because I've gone through these areas hundreds of times, so I kind of have an idea of where I need to be going and how to get through them. That's just something you learn as you play. But also, I'm trying to go fast so I can explain more stuff, because if you feel free to explore and go through like every side area or whatever if you want to, but for the purpose of just teaching, like, I don't need to do that. And we just go through the areas. Unfortunately, I can't flame dash through this. Otherwise, I would. You gotta go around. Also, don't worry about the delirium rewards. If you can get some delirium rewards, awesome. If you don't, who cares? And then, again, these are talismans, so they're like kind of special types of amulets, and they're corrupted, which again means you can't change the mods on them. And you can't craft on them on our crafting bench in the hideout. So just mouse over them, see if they have any good mods. The usual life resist, maybe some damage for you, but more often than not, they probably will be trash, and that's okay. You know, everyone like every once in a blue moon or whatever, you'll find like a decent one maybe that will be useful while leveling. Oh, we just ran into the boss. Circles or balls are bad. That's all I have to say. Killed him. 3-link, and it's rare. That's why it's being shown. That's why all that shit wasn't getting shown. Move over to this side. You'll see the orange door on your map, and then someone's gonna be nice enough to send down the ladder. You can climb up into the Act 5 town. Yay, you made it. Talk to, I think, Utula? No. Lonnie. She gives you a ring. So this is actually a decent quest reward. Pick the ring that you don't have the resistance of. Easy as that. These 3 will give you more for a single resist. So 23 for fire, ice, or cold. But if you need a little bit of 2, these are split. Fire and lightning, cold and lightning, fire and cold. So whatever you need, we're capped. So for us, let's look again just to make sure. Yep, we cap is 75%, but we actually have 97%, 92, 84. You do want to be over the cap for progression reasons, because you're actually gonna lose resistances, I guess. Mini spoiler. So it's okay if you're overcapped, and in fact you want to be as high as you can. I guess we'll do cold and lightning because those are my lowest two. Sure. Is it gonna be good? Kinda. That's actually not bad. 45 life, 3 to all, 15 cold and lightning, dude. The rest is whatever. Accuracy doesn't affect us. +2 life gain for each enemy hit by your attacks doesn't affect us because we're not using attacks. Light radius. Yeah, no one cares. We'll take it. Identify. Nice life. Nice cold resist. But the links. We could change this to 3 blue, but ours still gives more life, so. So. Do you have a viewer suggested game in queue? Nope. I do not. I'm just destroying these because I'm lazy to sell. And I'm going to note something about Flask. And we're going to talk more about orbs because we're in Act 5 and you should definitely consider doing this at this point. Holy shit, that's a lot of portal scrolls. I guess I can stop doing the escape exit to character selection now. I didn't even notice. Okay. Flask have an important role for you in terms of defense. There's a bunch of status ailments in this game that you saw me earlier. I was getting frozen a lot. There's bleeding effects. And those are probably the main two you want to worry about. And the way you build up immunity to those kinds of status ailments is with your Flask. And to do that, you can use a transmute orb, which will turn a normal item into a magic item, so we'll turn it blue. So we got plus maximum charges. Flask can roll immunity to any of the status ailments, so bleeding, freeze, getting frozen or chilled, getting shocked, which means you take more damage, being ignited, which means you take damage over time, and your Flask can give you immunity to that. If you can try to get the immunity on your life Flask, that's great. Like this one gives me immunity to poison, which isn't a big deal at this part of the game, but hey, immunity to poison, cool. You can get it, awesome. We got immunity to burning, so every time we use this, or every time you see me catch on fire, just pop it and we'll remove it. What about this one? Movement speed while using the Flask, cool. And then you can use an Orb of Alteration to try to re-roll it, because the ones you do want to try to get on Flask are immunity to chill and freeze, because that's a pain in the ass, and bleeding. Bleeding will mess you up. So you can try it a few times, try your luck. If you don't get it, there we go, we got immunity and bleeding. Nice. There are other ways to get the mods you need, but that's a little too complicated for now. Yeah, if you do those side areas that give you the flasks and the belt, that's fine. Like, hopefully you got a decent belt out of it. I just choose to skip it because there's nothing to really explain about it. You're just going in there and killing a monster, and then you get rewarded for it, but I usually just skip it. The rerolled orb is called the Orb of Alteration. So I'm slowly teaching you what each of the orbs do. Because yesterday we talked about jewelers, which reroll the number of sockets on an item. Orbs of fusing reroll the links. And chromatic orbs reroll the colors. And I just told you what transmutes and alterations do. So now you know what more of these orbs that you're just picking up blindly kind of do. And I'm going to try to slowly explain all of them over time. Is there anything else I needed to talk about? I guess Orbs of Regret, since I have them. These give you refund points. This is how you can get even more refund points if you fuck up or you're like, oh shit, I didn't need to take that, or that wasn't really that great. You need more refund points. Those Orbs of Regret. Or how you do it. I don't really need to talk about too much of the other orbs. Save your Chaos Orbs. There isn't currency in this game in the form of gold coins that most of you are probably used to, but Chaos Orbs are the basic form of money for trading with other players. You're not going to be trading with any player early game, or at least you shouldn't, in my opinion. It's a pain in the ass, and people will try to scam you. But in the end game, that's when I use whatever Chaos Orbs I've happened to find and try to buy some decent gear from other players. We also have a skill point. Boom. That's a very cute emote. Dude, we got raided earlier and all these people had some really cute emotes and I was like, God damn it. I want it. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention. When you're ready to leave, the exit is the control blocks. I'm gonna try to finish Act 5 today. That's gonna be the goal for today, and that should be where we go to. If you're noticing this little ice thingy that's happening, that is the enchant we got from the labyrinth. The one you get will be random, okay? Just take note of that. That's not a skill gem. That's not any special ability I'm using. Well, it is a special ability, but it's not a gem. It's a thing I got from the labyrinth. I wish I was decent at drawing, but I'm not. It's not one of my talents. I don't have any talents. Feels bad. There's that shitty Oregon that we hate. This is the guy that's casting it, because you can see it looks slightly different on him than it does the other mobs. Oh yeah, when you do get into this area, stick to the left side. Go towards the back, or go up and to the left, I guess, is the correct direction. And you see these broken parts of the fences, you can actually teleport through them. That's why having a movement skill is so important. And if you're melee, you have leap slam, and you can do the same thing. You can jump through those broken parts of the fence. Just keep going up and to the left as much as you can. You'll see that yellow exclamation point. What? I don't. You're gonna see another broken fence. Green text is quest stuff. Pick up the quest item. And now you start going to the right side. You have a talent, everyone does. My talent is being not good at anything. I'm sorry, I'm being a Debbie Downer. My talent is being a jack of all trades. How's that? Is that fair? A jack of all trades, but a master at nothing. Do you know the full phrase? No. It doesn't end there? Dude, it is hot in this room, and it's probably because Jay is in here. God damn it, I gotta turn on the fan. And I should let y'all know that Act 5 has some seriously hard bosses. Again, I teleported through these broken portions of the fence. That's how I'm getting around so easily. If I wasn't doing that, I'd have to walk all the way around, find the stairs, and climb up. Like some normie that doesn't have a movement skill. You can laugh at your friends as they struggle to get through this area because they don't have a teleport or a leap slam if they're melee, or blink arrow if you're using a bow. Like every class should have a teleport thing. There's a mini boss here. There's nothing really to say about him. Just do the same shit we've been doing. He drops a quest item though. Make sure you pick that up. Better than a Master of One? I don't know about that part. Because those Masters of Ones, they're making it big on Twitch, whereas I stream a bunch of different shit. I still stay here at the bottom. You're a good hugger, Jay? Dude, I haven't had a hug in years. Is that sad? Alright, you're gonna find 3 sets of staircases right next to each other. That's how you know you found the exit. Just touch the door, and the door will open. You're not hot? Dude, you're hot enough that some rich dude asked you out on a date. Right? He asked you, right? Alright, waypoint. I'm right here. I'm gonna turn on the fan because it's fucking hot. You should probably go back to town though, because there's a reward for you. Let me turn on that fan real quick. Okay, hopefully the fan doesn't affect my voice. I'm told it makes me sound robotic-y on Discord. Once you go back to town, talk to Valenta, all the way on the right side. Blah, 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 blah. Book. Book. She gives you a book. We love books. I might go out of my way just to grab this life over here. We'll see. I can even go all the way here just for the sake of grabbing life. You can even go all the way down here to the Scion starting area. Grab all his life right here if I wanted to. Maybe. Just an idea. And I can also grab damage. I haven't grabbed damage in a while, so we can do that too. We can do this one, which is chaos damage, damage over time, chaos damage over time multiplier, and even more increased chaos damage, so why not? I think my health is in a good spot for where I'm at for now. A scouring orb will remove all mods from an item. Why you would want to do this is for crafting items later on. But that's what a scouring orb does. So if I use the scouring orb on this is going to turn it into a normal white pair of gloves. No mods, nothing. That enables you to use other items such as an alchemy orb, which turns a normal item into a rare. Or an essence. Essences do the same thing as alchemy orbs, but they give you one guaranteed effect or one guaranteed mod depending on what item you use it on, and it tells you that's what that whole long ass list is. So I'm trying to explain the different items we're starting to pick up little by little. Since we're in Act 5 and we're like halfway through the game now, so you should have a better understanding of all this stuff. Gonna go back to Orioth Square. And we're just gonna get through this item. Or item, through this area. You feel hesitant about heading out of your class's area? You shouldn't. In fact, that's what you usually do. Like, if I was making this guy into more of an archer type class or more of a melee character, then I would be going down towards the rangers area and not towards the witch. But because I'm going spellcaster with this guy, I'm going towards the witch. And more often than not, when I'm a witch, I do tend to go towards the Templars area. Because usually I am spellcasting with her. Yeah, there's really no FF10 tracks like, you know, like Tidus and Orin like have to stay on their track for the majority of the game. Because FF10 is designed, right? The tree is designed to be followed in one way. Unless you're doing something weird like I did last time I played. Oh, you have Wither. That's another good one. I should be using... Shit, that's what I totally forgot to set up. A Wither setup for this character. But I don't have the socket, so... It's not like I could. Or maybe I could with this one? Thanks for reminding me. I totally forgot that I needed that. Even though you totally didn't mean to do that. Amulets. Gonna find that yellow exclamation point. You needed the quest item from the boss in the last area in order to open that door. Waypoint in front of you. Off we go. Strong box here with no mods, so we just can pop it open. Some boots. We haven't upgraded our boots in a while, I don't think. You boomer. Okay. Oops. Thought we were clear. Moving over this way, because we're getting damage. The layout for this area is very weird to explain, but you just want to go to the right side first. And then you're gonna reach like this area. This is where you were picking your character. This is where the dude was talking on his podium. Blah blah blah, exiles. And then people were watching you and shit. This is that part. Once you get to this part, that's when you start going all the way to the left. You're just gonna keep going left. There's a tormented spirit because we can hear the wailing. But can't seem to find her. Or him. You don't find it, no big deal. Oh, there it is. He's gonna possess the rare monster. Extra loot. Got a belt and a wand. Nice. Want to keep going to the left until you see that orange door icon. Try to go west is the direction. Scroll of wisdom. Did you hit her, Drag? And if you say hit her, I hardly know her. I'm gonna smack you. Anytime someone says oh hi to whatever, it always reminds me of that line everyone quotes from that movie that I haven't watched. I'd not hit her. Oh hi, Mark. Blight, Wither, and Essence Strain. I don't know if I'm using them in the right way, but it's working, right? If you are gonna go my route, just do Essence Strain and Contagion. Blight and Wither are used to enhance the damage of this build, and I should be using those, but I just don't have the sockets, to be honest with you. Like, I could have a Blight setup, I could have a Wither setup, but lack of sockets, and that's okay. We can get them later. Waypoint. You're gonna want to go up and just up and to the left a little bit. There is a very, very difficult boss at the end of this. I know it seems like I'm bullshitting you because I keep saying this boss is really hard and then I beat it without dying or even getting close to dying. But that's just because I played this shit 100 million times, so I guess I'm making it look easy. But it's very difficult. Do not feel bad if you die a lot. So it's showing us that gem because it's superior, so it means it has quality on it, and it just so happens this is a very high percent of quality. It's 13%. The quality cap for any item ever is 20%. There are ways to bypass that quality, but I won't get into that just now. It's very endgame stuff that we do not care about. There's a shrine over here. Gonna take it. They do work with each other really well, so that was a good deduction. Unfortunately, Blight just... You can still use it if you want to, but Blight just ended up being used as a debuff for this build that I'm using instead of its own thing. That's just how it be. But hey, good shit. Oops. Crafting recipe. We can see the icon on the map. Gonna go grab it. Don't even care what it is, just grab it. Because the crafting recipes can be upgrades to existing ones you already have, so they'll give you even higher values. And yeah, you never know what they might be, because I don't remember what every single crafting recipe is in each area. This layout is very long and very confusing to explain, so I'm just gonna go over it once I reach the boss room. But yeah, this is gonna be a very large area. You're probably gonna level up maybe even twice, especially if you're like getting lost a lot. Nothing for you to possess, so I'm gonna kill it. That's a dagger. Or I think a sword. That's a sword. Don't care. In case you guys are wondering why we're ignoring rare items. You miss Roro? Why do you miss Roro? Ugh. Roro hasn't even been going to work. Because the protest. I think he might have gone to work today though, but he hasn't actually been going to work because the protests actually blocked the freeway of how of how he gets to work. So he can't even go. Where does he work right now? He works at Amazon warehouse in Oregon, in his near his area. He makes you laugh. Do I not make you laugh? What the heck? What the heck? Are you not entertained?